Commander, we have discovered spies operating in the rear positions within our occupied territories. They are hiding in the hotel room with the number like button. Send your best troops. Capture them alive. Like button. Remember, the success of our mission, our operation, depends on you, Commander. Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 175 and for the 17th of August. So I moved the camera to this side so that it doesn't cover the map, and it covers this part which is not important. So that would do. And also I want to share a bit about this. Share a bit about this poll that I have done. If you are not aware of the poll, so you should be aware, because it's basically I'm asking about this, about how whether I should keep this face cam on for the videos, and the conclusion is very adamant. It's very clear. It's super clear. 100% of the people think I'm handsome. So I cannot deny this. I really appreciate all this support, and it's very humbling to have 100% of you think that I'm handsome. So moving on to the summary. So for the 17th of August, day 175. So yesterday I actually missed out this part. So Zelensky, on his official special communication channel, actually put out a statement. They say that they actually warned the citizens in Crimea, not to approach the Russian military installations and all those places where they store ammunition and equipment or headquarters, because the causes of explosions can be quite different, and then very different. So he quote basically the definition as Targery. So they all have the same meaning. He said that the destruction of the logistics, ammunition, and other equipment command post save life of the people. Essentially, Ukraine, Zelensky is representing Ukraine, right? So Ukraine is claiming responsibility for all the random explosions happening in Crimea. So we have already at least 2 ammunition dumps getting destroyed, and there's also one airbase reportedly also has explosion. And yeah, at least 2 air bases has reported explosion. One of them is confirmed. The other one is not so confirmed, which is the one I reported yesterday. Because there is a satellite image appearing in regards to the explosion reported yesterday at here. So the satellite image turned out that they didn't see any explosion or any signs of explosion. So they are the pro-Russian sources are wondering if it's actually fake information. I have no idea. So that's all for that announcement, that statement by Zelensky, which I missed. And so let's move on first to let's see, Southern Front. So at the Southern Front, actually there isn't any updates. The fighting reported at Novomykhailivka is not mentioned. Don't know what happened there. So and so that's all from the Mykilske front. Basically, it's all just artillery bombardments. And over here at the Zaitseve front, the fighting at Bilohirka was not mentioned again. So maybe the Ukrainian singing is really effective. So maybe the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense is actually spot on this thing. And then on the Crimea front, no action as well. So that's all from the Southern Front. Very quiet, somewhat quiet. Moving on to the Zaporizhzhia line, I have this. So the Russian pro-Russian source Ryber reported that two they call it spotter for Ukrainian artillery were detained, and then so they reportedly helps the Ukrainian to help target the territory of the nuclear power plant in the city. So they are the one giving information to the Ukrainian forces, and then they were detained. One is called Oleg, which is a security guard, and then there is the second one is called Alexei, which is an engineer. So the two of them are arrested. So not sure, how whether this is accurate, it is true, or maybe they are actually innocent. Not sure. What is this smoke? Oh, okay, air pollution. No wonder they need to bombard it. So that's all from the Zaporizhzhia line. There's nothing happening here. The fighting reported at Vyimka was also not mentioned. So that's all from the Zaporizhzhia line. Over at the Donetsk Front, fighting continued to rage fiercely over at this line here, the Volodymyrivka line. Let's call it the Volodymyrivka line then. So this entire line, this road is the Volodymyrivka line. First thing first, I believe that the Ukrainians have actually taken control over Shevchenko, because this is the second day they have reported that that the Russians are attacking them at Shevchenko. So previously they called it Shevchenkove. I think it's a typo error. And then today they also reported again that there is assault in the direction of Shevchenko from Yehorivka. So this time around we have a clearer idea where the attack come from. It's actually from this side, moving up northwest towards Shevchenko. So I have moved this icon from the north to the eastern side, and indicating this. And for this to make sense, Shevchenko have to be Ukrainian, and I believe there's no much reason to lie about this. I think this is pretty much we should just trust the Ukrainians on this side, on this information. So the information of the fighting reported at Pisky-Nevelske is no longer valid. There's no longer any mention of fighting over there. So that's all. Whoa, shit! No. Give me a second and let me fix this. 404. Yep. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. So fighting is reported at Avdiivka and Mykilske, as well as at Volodymyrivka. This information these three locations fighting is coming in from the Ryber, from the pro-Russian source Ryber, where they mentioned that the Donetsk People's Republic militia and the Russian armed forces is fighting in the area in these three villages. So this fighting near Volodymyrivka, so there's interestingly there is mapping, right? There's some, I will call it rumors, that the Russians have taken the position around here, the road. They actually cut the road here, and they also cut the road at south of Marinka here. This is how they mapped it, and they are celebrating it, saying that this Volodymyrivka road, they actually cut it on 2 points. So this junction here and probably northeast of Volodymyrivka. So I not sure it's true or not. So because the pro-Russian sources other than Ryber tends to have a lot of mistakes in their intel. Sometimes it can be it's not as bad as the pro-Ukrainian side. Pro-Ukrainian side is really literally inventing things out of the air like half the time. But the pro-Russian side, sometimes this kind of information, sometimes they very premature. They just come out at the wrong time, too early, and then the information is wrong. So yeah, so just to inform you, but I'm not mapping that because I think that can be very misleading, so I didn't do that. So that's all from this side. The fighting at there's fighting reported at Novomykhailivka. This is reported yesterday. So And then the fighting in Marinka is, I will delete it. There's no longer fighting there. This reported withdrawal, I will delete it first. Should I? No, just leave it there first. On the 16th, the Marinka situation currently is just bombardments. There is no ground offensive conducted currently at Marinka. And moving up to the north, to the northwest of Donetsk city. This is Donetsk city. The huge amount of action happening around the Pisky battlefront. Previously we reported there is fighting towards Nevelske. So and then after that we have this information that the Russian forces is attacking Nevelske from the direction of Pisky. This westward, probably going around the defenses. And then when this happened, then we had this latest information coming from both Ukrainian side, the Ukraine Ministry of Defense, and also from Ryba, the pro-Russian source. According to the Ukraine Defense Ministry, they said that there is an offensive from the direction of Lozove, which is here, towards Pervomaiske. So they are moving northward in this direction, which is why the arrow is like this. And then the pro-Russian source Ryba mentioned that the units of the 100th Brigade of the Donetsk militia advanced in the direction of Novomykhailivka and drove the Ukrainian out of the stronghold in the forest plantation southeast of the village. So southeast, so it's this direction, so it's here. So this information actually corroborates with the Ukraine Defense Ministry, and there is actually footage coming out from this region, particularly actually this patch of forest, just nice where I put the icon. Coincidentally, you might have seen it if you are actually tracking the war. There is actually a video of Ukrainian soldiers trying to run away from this area. They are running up this road here. They are trying to run all the way up north. As they are running, escaping from their positions over here. Because these were their position. You can see the trench line. These were their position. They were actually entrenched over here. They are escaping and running away from this position because they are under direct heat from the Russian artillery. So as they run away up north this road, just for some measurements, this only like this is already 400 meters. This is 100 meters. Okay, so this is actually a super long road. It's like almost a kilometer, 800-kilometer run. And the video, they didn't even reach halfway. They were just running around here, and then they got bombarded around here by mortar artillery bombardments. So from here, they realized that they can no longer hold this position. They started to run, and then they got shelled by mortar shells, and a number of them gotten direct hits. And it's a terrible video, so I'm not going to show it. You can actually go to look at it on Twitter. You can also go to the DPA's Twitter account at Defense Politics. You can actually go and look at that. The links is in the description below. And so that corroborates the information about the attack in this direction as well. So we have 3 sources of information showing the same thing. And on this part is actually bombardment by mortar, but because the Ukrainian soldiers left their position, it's conceivable that the Russian troops will be moving over here and take over this entire defenses. So you can see this is all trench lines. There's another trench line here. There's another trench line here. I actually missed this one. I didn't see this one in my initial mappings, but it doesn't matter anymore because it looks like it's going to be overrun by the Russian forces. So they are moving towards the direction of Pervomaiske, and maybe this attack from Pisky towards Nevelske is threatening them for this encirclement, which is why they no longer feel confident to hold this position, which is why they actually bouncing. And but as they bounce, they got bombarded. So it's quite sad. Fighting is no longer reported. There is reported fighting at this one is actually reported yesterday, in the direction of Pervomaiske, where Pisky is moving, the forces at Pisky is moving up towards Pervomaiske. There is a mapping I saw, I think, not sure it's which which channel. They map that the front line is currently around here. Or is it here? Not sure. I think I think here. It was a very conservative front line drawn. I think Intel Slava, perhaps. So just take a pinch of salt with when I put this spike here, because this is just to show a direction of the movement. Because we are looking at the strategic view. We are not looking at the tactical view. So don't get too caught up by the tactical situation, because we will never get accurate information or timely information, or even any information about the tactical situation. So it's best that we keep to the strategic side of the things. So there is fighting reported at Opytne, which is actually information I've reported yesterday. I didn't see information of that today. Avdiivka, also no information. I believe the push for Avdiivka currently have paused. I believe that might be the case. I might want to move this a bit here. So okay, so the current situation of Avdiivka is like, I think they are not going to go for the frontal assault anymore. Previously they were like going head on into Avdiivka. Currently I don't think they are doing that anymore. They are now maybe trying to flank it. So if this side is starting to crumble, and then pushing up north, taking Pervomaiske, Netelove, up Umanske, these forces here is going to get very uncomfortable, because it will be another situation like in Lysychansk, where the retreat route is very limited. You can see in terms of main roads that they can follow, there is through Zaporizhzhia or through Umanske, and everything else is just dirt roads. So these are just a few roads going. Both roads links to Novomykhailivka, Persha. So, and but this from here you still go one big round. So they will probably need this road from Olivka to Bohorodychne, up to Novomykhailivka to Pervomaiske, and then they will actually hit this main major road all the way towards Pokrovsk. So they no longer can use this road. So the only road left is actually just this. They have a railway. Not sure if they can actually use the railway or not. So Avdiivka situation, they essentially only have one major road they can use, because this road here is no longer usable towards Soledar, because the Russians are already very close. So they are already so close to here. This road Vodian all the way to Netelove is likely going to be closed very, very soon, with the Russians pushing towards Vodiane at this as we speak. So the fighting reported at towards Yehorivka, I don't think is valid anymore, because it's on the 14th. So let's push it. Let's move the border. So I think they currently pause the situation here, because maybe the defenses are still too strong, so they are maybe focusing their effort over here. Moving up to Yehorivka, yesterday I reported this fighting reported at Zaitseve and at Shumi, as well as at Zaitseve. Today's report, they no longer reported about the Ukraine Defense Ministry did not report about Zaitseve here nor Shumi. They only reported on Zaitseve or Zaitseve here. Sorry, this is Zaitseve. Sorry, I said wrongly. And then so fighting is at Zaitseve, Kodema, and at Zaitseve here. So the two Zaitseve was mentioned. So you can see Semihirja Zaitseve and Holmilski Zaitseve. So Holmilski is here. Holmilske. So they are moving this direction, fighting towards this direction. Semihirja towards Kodema, Semihirja towards Zaitseve. So fighting continues in this southern part of the Bakhmut Front. There is this report from the Ukraine Defense Ministry in the same statement that the fighting towards Bakhmut coming from Klynove or Klynove. So from this direction up, so this actually corroborates previous information about this reported fighting on the northern and the southern side. So maybe this is the southern approach because we know that there is fighting around here at the Patricia Lumubi Street. It doesn't make sense to say this is from the Klynove direction, because this clearly from Pokrovsky direction. So this is likely to be a different attack, different assault. So to actually, you know, to clear the southern flank for these forces here, because if they are punching through this location, if they do not hold the position south of them or north of them, then they might actually get pincered by the Ukrainian forces. So which is why I think there's importance for them to actually take more grounds around the outskirts of Bakhmut, and that will actually help. Moving on, we have report of fighting at Bakhmutske. So this Bakhmutske is coming from Pokrovsky, not up northwards, and there is also fighting reported at Soledar. So according to Ryba, they received some rumors, unverified reports, that the advanced units of the 6th Cossack Regiment of the Luhansk People's Republic went deep into Soledar and captured several positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. No idea what that's supposed to mean. So Ryba did not map it into their map as well. So this is just rumors. So deep, I'm also not sure what is deep, because Soledar is rather big. So let's see how this goes. Maybe we'll have more information later in a few hours time. So moving up to the Siversk Front. So because there's no more actions around here, so there's no new actions, you know. After yesterday we deleted all these different icons here. There's no more updates. So now we are at the Siversk Front. At the Siversk Front, we have a renewed attack, you know, a renewed attempt on Vyimka. So according to the Ukraine Defense Ministry, the attack comes from Mykilske. So Mykilske is here. So I'm not sure why they want to find something so far away. So maybe this is very specific on where the Russians are actually attacking from, because they cannot say Berestove, because then maybe the angle is wrong. So they want the correct angle. So that's why yeah. So from Mykilske directions, that's why I made it a point to spike it correctly towards Vyimka. However, it's unsuccessful according to the Ukrainians. But the Ukrainians one, usually they always say unsuccessful, even if the Russians actually did not do anything. So maybe they will only withdraw for like a few cms. It's still withdrawal, right? A few cms. So no idea what's actually happening. The Spirne, which was yesterday reported, I have no new information about that. And then the situation is still considered as fighting. Yehorivka, no information. There is no more information about the fighting for Bilohirka. I think the attempt have failed, because ultimately this is a combat reconnaissance. So they detected enemy, so maybe they just call in artillery and probably that's it. So I'm going to delete that away and then move this. Now it looks like a very short. And then so that's all from the Siversk Front. Coming to the Izyum Front. At the Izyum Front, yesterday reported that Bohorodychne was reportedly captured. I didn't see confirmation on this thing. Then Bohorodychne was reportedly fighting under the Ukrainians. We did not see new information on the 18th report, which is today's report, that there is fighting there. Not mentioned. So there's no more mention about Dolina as well, because the last report is on the 15th. So we will wait one more day. If there's no more report on Dolina, we delete it. There is still fighting reported at Mykilske. The fighting continues over there. The last report I saw about Mykilske is that basically it's just artillery strikes. There's no ground offensive currently. Basically it's just artillery strikes around in the forest area. So I'm not sure if it's gonna hit anything, because you probably can't even see anything. So the fighting yesterday, we also reported fighting at Novomykhailivka. So in case you're wondering why I keep saying yesterday, because this yesterday is a 17th report, and this is the summary for the 17th. Yeah. So there's nothing at Bilohirka front. So coming to the Kharkiv front. At the Kharkiv front, there is no more report from the Ukrainian side about the fighting at Vyimka and Lebiazje. Yeah. So, however, we have a new report. In the latest report, they said that there is a remote mining reported near Lebiazje. So they double mine this location. So the mines must be very heavy there. Otherwise, we have no information about this tentatively. No new information. The pro-Russian sources did not mention this as well. So Ryber did not mention this. Not sure about other channels. Because mostly I only look from Ryber nowadays, so that I not get confused. And there is a new strike on Kharkiv. So this strike hits a foreign legion base. They said that so according to the Russian Ministry of Defense, high precision ground-based weapons have hit a temporary foreign mercenary base in Kharkiv. How do they know it's temporary? Is 1 day temporary, 1 week, 1 month, or is it 1 year? I mean, a temporary home can be 3 years, right? That can also be temporary. So 90 militants are reportedly eliminated. I'm not sure where they get that number. So maybe they have a lot of spies in Kharkiv. The fighting reported at Opytne is no longer repeated, so I think this fighting has already died out since the 14th. And then coming to around the Udi and Enerhodar, this situation. According to Ryber, the pro-Russian source, they say that there is rumors, that the Russians have captured Bohorodychne as well as Stony. So they wrote, in the afternoon there were reports about the establishment by the Russian armed forces of how kind of English? Sorry. There are reports that Russians have control over the border villages of Stony, and Bohorodychne, which is Stony and Bohorodychne. However, there is no confirmation of this information yet. Okay, I checked the Ryber's map. They haven't mapped this into their map yet, so they themselves are not sure. This is tentatively just rumors. So I put this question mark. But if let's say this is true, it's probably an attack from Udi area moving up to this direction. I don't think it's from here, because they will need to go through Lozove. So that's all, I think. Yeah, I believe that's all. So this is the summary for the day of 175. Let me know in the comments if this box in this region is much better, as well as any comments. Let me know what you think. If I can improve, I will improve. If I'm lazy, then I will not do anything. And I'll see you in and share this video. Please press the like button, and also, of course, remember to eat.